So he didn't come. The sun is out, and I'm not gonna waste this day. I'm gonna try to do it. Much as I hate painting, I'm gonna try to do it. So my painter never did show up. When I messaged him, he said he had forgot about it because he had a different job. And so I needed to go ahead and get this done. I had a deadline. I really wanted to finish this project before November 28th. However, that was not going to happen. So I just went ahead and rolled up my sleeves, which, by the way, it's November 25th on this day, and it is hot outside here in Alabama. Yeah, our weather is really, really funny. So that's why I have on shorts and short sleeves and shorts on. That's why. I'm not crazy. It's not 60 or 50 degrees, but it's hot outside. But anyway, the painter didn't show up. He couldn't come. So I just wanted to go ahead and get it done, and I did what I could do. It may not look professional, but I got it done. And the colors, I'm proud that they match, because I wasn't sure what color I originally had purchased way back when I started the first part of this tiny house. But going back and looking at it, they match perfectly to me. I probably chose the same color because I like blue anyway, so I probably did lean towards blue. But I do hate painting. Oh my gosh, I do. So as I paint, I just think about how much money I'm saving, and that's going to get me through this job, and that's how I'm looking at it. I think it turned out well, despite me not being a professional. However, I could not put myself through this agony. What I decided to do, yes, that's propane in my hand. I decided to take my torch and just torch the other side. I wanted to test the waters here and see that this wood would burn accordingly to how I wanted it to look. And I actually forgot to press the power button on this thing. Well, I pressed the power button. I forgot to press the part that will make it, go. But I'm going to do it in just a minute here, and you're going to hear my response. Because I hadn't used this in so long, since my sister showed me how to do the pallets that time. So I had kind of forgot that I needed to press the what is it called? The switch, the ammunition, the part that makes it go. I had forgot. But when I discovered and remembered, you'll see, hey, I got it. You see it? Yeah. So I'm liking what it's doing, but I have to be careful. You have to be careful. If you ever decide to use a torch with this propane, be careful, because it will catch whatever is around on fire. And because it's been a little dry, there are leaves around. I had to make sure that I had something to put out the leaves that caught on fire, which generally they burn out anyway, but just to be on the safe side, you always want to have something handy dandy near you to put out whatever catches on fire. And here's basically the finished look. And you'll see that I've done the door already. I did paint it yellow. My intention was to keep the trim yellow on this part, but as I painted, I went back over it with my sprayer. I was dreading getting out my sprayer. I did not want to get this thing out. Not that it's such a hassle to use. I just didn't feel like pulling it out. But I decided to go ahead and pull it out and fill in the holes that I miss, and it is so much easier to do. I was going to do the other side with my sprayer as well, but I decided that I liked the burn look better. So I decided to just stick with that on that side. But for the two sides, I would paint those blue. And I like the yellow trim. I like the green trim that I had on the previous part of this tiny house. But as you'll see, my sprinkles sprinkled up the yellow, it sprinkled up the green, and it just wasn't looking professional. So not that I'm a professional. Let's go back to that first. Let's address that. I'm not a professional painter. However, it just didn't look good. You see the speckles and all of that. You can't leave it like that. So I end up painting the entire thing. Now it's time to play Operation Cleanup. I wonder if I should just paint all of that. on paint it? I love my green and yellow. Should I just go and paint it? I think I should. So I sort of like the outcome of me painting over that yellow and green. I really think it looks good. So that's how I'm going to keep it. And the money that I end up saving for not having to pay the painter, I think I'll definitely use that on the inside for decorations or something. But I'm good. This door is it wood or is it? Hope it's not steel. I think it's wood. Right. Right. So what you saw before was me checking my other tiny house to see if the door was steel or wood, because it makes a difference when you're buying paint, because I wanted to go ahead and paint that door. Even though I won't physically probably be finished with that until next year, I wanted to go ahead and paint my front door. And also I wanted to check the tiny house because the drywall person had death in his family, so he would not be able to start until a week later. And so my husband graciously helped me out and decided that he would go ahead and put the drywall up, because that would save me money, and that would also help me hopefully finish it by the November 28th. I probably won't finish it by November 28th, being that today is the 26th, and I promised my client that I would come by her house because her first Airbnb guests are scheduled to arrive tomorrow. And I wanted to go and check her house just to make sure everything is okay and ready to go. So I told her that I would stop by and make sure everything is checked off of her checklist, and we would go. I'm working remotely and I'm headed to my client's house. Hey, Miss Williams. Tea is so turmeric-y, but it really helps with inflammation. So, yeah. This morning I don't have any sugar or honey. Just gonna drink it as is. Okay, so I have all my receipts from this past week, and this one is from this morning. I had to get some breakfast when I left from down looking at that, but I'm about to scan these into Fetch app and then get some personal studying done. Now it's time to tackle this door on this tiny house. That one is done. Now it's time for this one. And the color that I chose, dun, 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 pistachio. Pretty green. Round number one. And while I'm in here, give you a sneak peek of the two vanities. That one is just a little bigger than what I assumed it would be. And there's the toilet. There's the bathtub back there that I purchased for the $100. So we'll see. Oh, it's dark out here. Let's see. They said they had a little piece to go. What does that mean? Gosh, I should have walked around the back way. All right, let me turn this light on. I'm gonna go around the back. Light, camera, action. So while quite a bit of the drywall had been put up, there was still this small section left to put up and part of the ceiling left to put up. And I'm working with my husband simply because he, does have other work. He has other clients that he have to deal with for his own business. So I'm like the fit in this sense. I have to work around his schedule. And so I'm okay. In the meantime, I want to try to see if these pieces of carpet is going to look decent on this floor. I purchased them from Lowe's, and they're basically the stick carpet because I knew that this little room would be filled with things. So hopefully it shouldn't matter, but I'll test out the waters as it were here. You'll see in a minute, but I needed to get some sweeping done because this drywall stuff was driving me crazy. I forgot how dusty this drywall stuff can be. I really should have had on a mask, but I only swept out a little area that I wanted to test this carpet with. And as I mentioned, this was purchased from Lowe's. It's the color blue if you can't see it well on the camera because I don't have my lights in there. So, don't know. It is Wednesday and I am up cooking me some hash browns, some Canadian bacon, and I'm gonna dwaddle a little cheese in it. Woo! I got it. So Wednesday the 27th, I actually woke up happy. I felt really good about how far I had come, but my feet were still hurting, so I had to go and get a pedicure done. I hadn't had one done since Tennessee when we visited Nashville, but I needed to get one done, if not to do anything but soak my feet. But I did change my color to a pretty green, and my feet are feeling kind of fabulous. So after I finished getting my feet done, I came back to the tiny house just to see if that little portion in the corner was done, because if it was done, then I was going to begin Operation Cleanup and try to figure out how I was going to have this layout done. But as you can see, it was not done. I don't know if he ran out of drywall or what, but he just dips in and do it on his spare time, so I can't complain. However, I really wanted to get it done by the 28th, but now I see that won't happen, and I can't fret about it. It's December 2nd, you guys, so obviously I did not meet my deadline of November 28th, but I woke up this morning and I went to Lowe's and I found this paintable wallpaper that I actually used in my tiny bus before, and I was just a little bit frustrated, so I had to let off steam. How do I let off steam? I dance. I listen to music. And today I have shadow puppets. So I'm dancing, and literally I danced the night away. Okay. So we got the drywall up. Got the mud up. You have to go over it. Coming along. Those cords that are hanging down, that's where my lights will go. And I actually put a call in to my electrician so that he can be putting me on his books to stop by. He has a big job going on too. So I have to let him fit me into his schedule. But hopefully by the weekend, he'll be able to come because that's generally when he's free, Saturdays or Sundays. But either way, I decided to go ahead and finish putting up some of my paintable wallpaper and also get some painting done if I could. That was the plan. It is December 3rd and I just wanted to get something done. I was so happy to see that the drywall and the mudding had been completed and I was able to just move in and do what I wanted to do. My husband would have me do it a different way because You know, he is a contractor. He's a construction person. He builds things. He fixes things. He repairs things. So he knows the ins and outs of how it's supposed to be done. But baby, this tiny house needed to be finished. Okay. I was not going to let December 6th come and this tiny house not be listed as complete. So I wanted to go ahead and put up the paintable wallpaper, and I had already purchased some Oops paint from Lowe's that I plan to do all the walls with. I don't know if it would be enough, but I do plan to use the sprayer this time just to see how it goes, because I really think painting it with a roller would save paint, and the sprayer uses too much paint, but we're going to put it to the test. Yes. I can already tell that this sprayer uses more paint than actually rolling and using a paintbrush or a roller. So note to self, note to yourself, if you're doing a project, it's better to use a roller or a paintbrush if you're trying to save on paint. If you have a quick job that you need to be, done painted fast, the sprayer is definitely the way to go. But just know you're going to have enough paint, okay? Just know that. It's dark outside, but just wanted to show you. I painted the walls a little darker. The molding is going to go around that window. And my husband already put those up. I like this wall. I like the lightness of it. So it probably will be like my accent wall. But I may have to just go back over that. I'm not really feeling the whole vibe of, yeah. It is Wednesday, December the 4th. Can you see? Oh, smoke is literally coming out of my mouth as I talk. Man, it's cold. But I need to run to get me some oatmeal before I come back and try to finish up the painting on the tiny house. Gotta get some oatmeal. Come along. Come along. Hi, could I get an oatmeal? That's all.
Alright, 241.
Harbor Freight yesterday, and I bought a bunch of stuff. You'll see it later in action. Got my oatmeal. Make my own coffee. I'm gonna scan that into Fetch apps. Oatmeal. But first, I'm going to go and film my football challenge. Get it out of the way for you. So I finished the football challenge video. Now I'm going to grab my oatmeal and I'm going to go and make me some coffee.
Be my price teller. Okay.
What's this?
So then,
I found a foreign object in my paint sprayer bucket. I'm not sure what it is, but it is a part of my paint sprayer, but I just don't know where it belongs. So I'll just put it to the side for now. It has paint on it. Who knows? It wasn't going to slow me down. Today is December the 4th. I'm up early. Yes, I was blowing smoke out my mouth when I got outside this morning to go get some oatmeal. But now I have on a sleeveless little shirt and some sweatpants. Why? Because your girl is about to get busy, as Arsenio Hall would say. It's time to finish up this tiny house. You hear me? So December 6th is my goal, my target date, but I needed to go back in, do some more painting because I didn't like that light, dark tone that this paint was giving me. I ended up buying some more paint at Home Depot that was going to make it just a little bit darker and blend in a little more. I hope. I won't know until it's completely dry, but my goal was to get it done. Originally, I had not planned on painting the blue and green wall, but I decided to go ahead and get that done as well. While I'm in the mood to paint, let me go ahead and get it done. I hope the effect and the end result will look okay because what's done is done. I'm doing it, so there you go. It's ready. It's getting ready. No, it's coming along. I was so excited when I walked back into the room and saw that the felt on the floor was laid down. I did not expect that. I was so excited. That means I could go ahead and lay these carpet pieces and get them in place, and then go ahead and prepare to put down the other carpet, and then prepare to move in the furniture. I was so excited. Thank you, hubby. I think I'm supposed to. Because now I don't know if I want to just put more blue squares here for the bed and then have that over there, which is what I think I want to do. But I need to make sure I have enough of this left. So, to be continued. Now I need to put together the bed. Y'all, so I am literally winding down. I'm burning night oil, I'm burning day oil, I'm burning all the oil that I have so that I can prepare this room. And definitely, I have a feeling that this room will be finished today or tomorrow. I will not go to December 6th with this room. So I'm moving fast now. I am going to put a bed together because it's generally supposed to be set up as an Airbnb. However, I may decide to put it on a nurse's site or some other site where I can get a long-term renter, and that will help me tremendously. I've turned on my music. I have the Bobby Brown going, the TLC, the Janet Jackson, anybody who can help me get through this project and this day today. I wanted to turn them on to YouTube. So that's what I'm doing, sitting here, putting this bed together and listening to some jamming YouTube jams to get me through it. And this bed, I will say it had some good directions and all of the pieces were numbered according to the directions. I've put together 2 beds like this similarly in the past because they're inside of my guest rooms, inside of my house, but they were sort of different from this. But this one came with a lot more tools that was easy to use. The last time I had to grab my own personal tools and I didn't like that very much, but this particular bed really did come easy enough for you to do it. And I ordered the mattress separate and it would literally have to stay flat for about 48 hours before it poofs all the way up. And I also ordered some of those for the inside of my house and they sleep very well. The only difference is the ones inside the house are 10-inch and these are 8. At Harbor Freight Motion. So yay, my husband is going to be the first person to see the reveal. Are you ready? Do you want to see it? It's ready, you guys. Okay. Before I let you guys take a look at it, I needed to take a quick run to Lowe's. Yes, because there was splatters of paint that I needed to clean up. And the stuff that I bought yesterday, Goo Gone or something like that, it lied. It didn't clean it up. So now I'm back at Lowe's trying to find something that will help. And looking through all of my options, I saw something yesterday before I bought the Goo Gone. And I just decided to go with it, called Mineral Spirits. Hopefully it will work and do what it says it's going to do because I really want the splatters of paint gone. If this don't work, then I'll just be trying something different. And I'm trying to read and make sure it can work on latex paint. I need something really that works on latex as well as oil-based because I have both, but we'll see. Just that quick, I spent $68. And I had a few rewards points. So I end up paying $63 in cash. And so go from there. Easy. Since Starbucks was by Lowe's, I decided to jump over there to get my oatmeal today instead of going to Mickey D's. Just saying. I have to get out and come inside. So, stop right here. It's all good. We're going to get us some coffee this morning. So now that I've gotten my oatmeal out of the way, it's October 5th. It has been 3 weeks and 5 days since this project began, and I don't want to hold you any longer. Without further ado, here it is, you guys. Because I took those black dividers down. Here it is. And added that. Can you imagine the time, the stress, the anxiety, relief this is being for me? I really am so excited about expanding this tiny house. I did not expect it to be so stress relieving as it was for me. We have a lot going on in our families right now, and I really needed this project to keep my mind focused. I didn't know why I was doing this project at this particular time. It has been on my list of things to do, but I didn't think I would get it done literally until 2025. But because I was able to go ahead and start the project and get it done, it came at the right time. I needed that relief. And again, the guy has not came to put in my lights in the extra expansion space, but it's okay. This room is ready to go. What do you think? What do you think about the room? The bed is a queen size bed. I have space for a television. They automatically have Wi-Fi, and this little nook, little space is cozy and I love it. This is my favorite space of this room. And I hope it's enough space, but not overcrowding of space. And I love how that window has been open. Remember, I was panicking at first because I wasn't sure what the guy was doing when he opened that window, but I love that it's there. And it's not an idea that I had originally, but I'm so thankful that he thought that's what I was saying, even though that's what I wasn't saying. But this little nook area, it makes me just want to sit there myself and just sit and put my feet up. And the bed has expanded. I think it has about 4 or 5 more hours to go at this point to expand. It's basically ready to go. I'm about to list this on the sites, you guys, because I really want to see if someone is interested in renting it long term, which I prefer. But if I can't get a long-term person to rent it, then I will definitely have it on Airbnb ready to go for next year because our football season is over. The next big thing here in Tuscaloosa is the UA graduation. So maybe someone will book it for that if it's not rented already. But what do you think? I really want to know what you think about the space, and it's better seen in person, which is why a few of my family and friends are actually on their way over here to see it. And I need to get outside because remember that receipt at Lowe's that I spent $60 something at? Well, part of that was for me to redo the outside, but I did the inside and I took those black borders down and I replaced it with this look right here, and I love that look. It makes it just feel so fresh and modern, but I had to tackle the back, so I'm going to show you that in just a minute, but I wanted you to tour the entire tiny house. Here we go, you guys. So this is what it looked like before. This is my progress that I'm making. These are things that I made, that I purchased at Lowe's earlier. And this is how the back looks right now. So whoever rents this tiny house will have a backyard in a sense where they can come out and sit and relax and enjoy themselves. Y'all, I am so proud of my project. I can't wait to see it at night, to see how these sunlights light up at night. But until then, you guys, I'm in love with this space. I am. I'm so glad that I was able to add an additional room to my small tiny house. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I appreciate you for being here. And until next time, you guys, enjoy your day, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. I'm about to list this thing. Enjoy yourselves. Bye-bye, you guys.